Hello UGC NET aspirants, once again welcome to my channel. Hope you are preparing well for the exam. Today we will be discussing from Teaching Aptitude session. Topic for discussion is Maxims of Teaching. Maxims of teaching is the rules or principles used by the teachers to make the teaching learning process more effective. For example, if your teacher teaches you just by explaining the concept, then you will not be interested or you will not be listening to the whole information which he provides. That is, your mind will be deviating in between the class. But if your teacher uses or quotes examples or stories in between the concept, you will be more interested and you will be actively listening to the part or information which he provides.
Maxims of teaching is nothing but the rules or principle used by the teachers to make the teaching learning process active and interesting. 11 maxims of teaching is included in this class. We can go through that.
First maxim is from known to unknown. It simply means the teacher, while providing new information, should relate this new information with the old or previous information that the students already possess. Then it will be easier for the students to retain the information and make the concept more clearer. For example, if the teacher is teaching you about the yellow color, then in order to make you more clear about the color, he will be relating this color with the banana, which you might have already seen. So, this maxim simply means making you clear from a known fact to unknown fact. Next maxim is analysis to synthesis. This maxim says that a teacher should use analytic synthetic method of teaching. Analysis means we are dividing the things into parts, and synthesis means we are combining these parts as a whole. For example, if you are planning to make a vegetable curry, the first and foremost things you will do is to analyze what all vegetables are required to prepare this curry. And then afterwards you will synthesize it or combine the information and make this vegetable curry. So in analytic synthetic method, we divide the information into different parts and afterwards we will combine it. This makes the concept more clearer. Next one is from particular to general. This maxim says that the teacher should quote examples first rather than moving to theoretical part, so that they will get a clearer understanding about the concept. Next one is training of senses. Training of senses maxim is introduced by Montessori and Forbier. Senses such as sight, hearing, taste, smell, touch. These are the gateways to knowledge. So this maxim tells us that the teacher should adopt maximum use of the senses in order to make the teaching learning process more effective. This is the reason why today teachers use PPTs and all in order to make the teaching learning process more effective. Next one is from psychological to logical. This maxim says that a teacher, before deciding his teaching content, should analyze the psychological aspects of students, like their interest, their development needs, their aptitude and all. And this logical approach says that he should arrange the content in a logical manner. Next one is from seen to unseen. This maxim says that the teacher should plan their lesson from seen to unseen manner. That is, this maxim is usually adopted by science teachers. They will be showing the experiment first. Thereafter, they will be explaining the concept. This process makes the understanding more easier. Next one is from whole to part. This maxim is just opposite to analytic synthetic maxim. This maxim says that we should see the whole object first rather than studying about its parts. That is, the teacher should give you overview of the topic before it is presented in parts. Next one is encouragement of self-study. This maxim is introduced by Dalton. Dalton introduced this maxim in order to encourage self-study among students. Self-study helps to improve the thinking power of students. For this purpose, teacher used to give you seminar, presentation and all. Next maxim is follows nature. This maxim tells us that the teacher adopts teaching method according to the nature of the students. For example, in order to give more attention to the weaker students, the teacher will ask them to sit in front line. This is to give more attention to them. So this maxim tells us that the teacher should adopt a teaching method according to the nature of the students. Next maxim is from simple to complex. This means that the teacher should present the simple information first before moving to complex information. That is, if a teacher explains the complex information first, then you will not be able to grasp the information whatever he shares. But if he starts with a simple information, then you will be able to grasp even the complex information later. For example, if your accounting teacher directly teaches you how to prepare a ledger account before teaching you journal entries, then it will be difficult for you to prepare this ledger account so accurately. This is because ledger account is prepared on the basis of journal entries. So, your teacher should teach you the journal entries first before moving to ledger account. This is what our maxim says. That is, the teacher should begin from a simple concept to a complex one. Then it will make the students more clear about the concept. Next maxim is from concrete to abstract. This means the teacher should explain the established facts first before moving to abstract facts. That is, he should begin from concrete things to abstract things. Concrete things are solid things which can be visualized, but abstract things are imaginative. For example, when you were a child, your parents used you to teach the process of counting just by pointing your fingers and saying 1, 2, 3, just like that. This makes your process of learning more easier.
Okay students, this is all about maxims of teaching. Now we can discuss some MCQs relating to this session. Please go through this question and try to solve the question by yourself. Okay, now we can go through the question. Analysis means options given are: first one, ability to break a problem into its constituent parts. Second option, to combine the constituent parts. Third option, both A and B. Fourth option, none of the above. Please recollect the topic and try to answer by yourself. Answer is option A, that is, ability to break a problem into its constituent parts. Okay, now we can go through our second question. Which of the following are the teaching maxims? From psychological to logical, from analysis to synthesis, from concrete to abstract, follow nature. Please go through the options given below and try to identify the correct code. Hope you have identified the correct code. Here the answer is option D, all of the above. Okay, now we can wind up today's session. Please subscribe, share and support. Thank you.